So put an end to it today. Now I'm going to do a non-traditional spiritual guide where I do give guidance using the resources that I have. Guidance only, okay? So that's what I'll be doing. There'll be a little short intermission, and then it'll be the next part of the video. So there's going to be two parts of this video with a brief 2 minute break, and then I'll give the other guidance. So let's get started. I hope I'm on um, the right channel. I should be on Victoria Unfiltered channel. Once again, there will be non-traditional guidance given in this video. So I got to put it into it today. For some of y'all, it's something that has been manifesting spell work of bad habits. So think about what your habits are like after you do a certain person or energy source. Then you'll know that is what you need to let go. Okay, if your habits are bad, because you can't be in something's energy a lot and you don't get influenced energetically. So keep in mind of um, anything that seem to make you take steps back with your self love or self care. Anything that you've been compromising. I literally heard no more compromising. I heard that as a direct download, and I think it came from my grandma. I think it came from my grandma and my father. Okay, because of the Virgo retrograde, that means we got earthbound spirits who are male, older men who's helping us. It could be an older family member, or an old male soul. I heard no more compromise. I said, okay. Um, can you risk losing your low vibrational self? Your low vibrational self is a compromiser. I know that's hard to believe. You know there's been times you knew you couldn't do something no more, or you needed to make it come to you, but you still went to it. That's compromising. You know that you kept selling in for less, even though you knew you deserved more. That's compromising. Eartha Kitt came to mind where she said she has no regrets in her old years. This is what she said before she died. She said because she never compromised. Compromising is like it's like the road of regrets. Um, it's okay to want to look out for you while you look out for others, and say no to anything that's not good for you, or that you just don't want to do in your life. Some of us is apologizing for things that we're entitled to and we're entitled to do. Don't apologize for being entitled to be as free as you want to be without disrespecting anyone. You can be as free as you want. You can use your day any way you want. You know what? If more of the world was very, very private, even online, I think that it would get easier for people to be more private, to just be as free as they want to be. You know, compromising will keep you in a prison in your mind in which you don't have the key to. And the only way to not be stuck in your mind in a messy way, is to not compromise. I know that is hard for some of y'all because I was the compromising queen, but I'm done. Growth requires no compromise. Stephen Pressfield talks about that in a way where he says you may have to sacrifice family, friends, or whatever. He means you cannot compromise. That's what it means to turn pro. That's what it means to be all in. So what I saw was the Jaguar. The Jaguar some of y'all may see, or some of y'all may see as a raven. Okay, some of y'all seeing a raven or the Gemini, or some of y'all seeing a crow. If you were seeing a crows a lot and you don't see crows no more, really, something definitely is going through a major transformation and it's done. It's like it's not going to give you much else, or it's time of serving you is up. If you're if you're seeing jaguar, then it could be there's a area of your life that's coming to an end, and you see it, but maybe you ain't believing it, because a jaguar can see in the dark. So it needs to be your belief system of what you see. You may think there's something, when people get stuck in what happened before, even though it hasn't happened in a while, people get stuck in that energy thinking about what worked before but hasn't worked in a long time. People don't let something go. That's like when people stay with ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends, all because they had 2 good years, but the rest of the years was bad. Some people are stuck in that energy, and that's why sometimes optimism can become toxic. Sometimes always looking on the bright side of certain relationships can become toxic. It allows you to stay. You may end up keeping yourself stuck in some way because you keep looking on the bright side. Um, if there's something you're starting to grow afraid of in some place or somebody or situation, there is no bright side. There is no bright side. It means that there's some dark conquering it, and you need to deal with the darkness. You got to release the darkness so that the fear is gone, or anxiety or fatigue is gone. But releasing darkness requires no compromise. You're not losing something that never really did you good. You're not. I tell you as a matter of fact, if something don't change when you say it has to change because it's hurting you and it doesn't change, then don't even think that it's going to change on its own without your help. It's not even doing the work by itself. I figured that out when I would tell family members, you need to change the way you're treating me. You need to, and they wouldn't change. It's because they wasn't changing without me telling them. They wasn't changing when they were by themselves. See, I know people say you can't make people do what you want them to do, but some people, the only way they'll do what you want them to do is if they really want to do it for themselves too. Like for real, like when you tell an enemy to respect me, if they don't really see any benefits, most of them, if they don't see any benefits for respecting you, then they're not going to respect you. And it doesn't matter how much you tell them to. Some people's minds are always wired to the benefits, to possible benefits of their behavior. They're saying stay living with them because they're looking at their benefits. Otherwise, there would be some mutual agreement between with both of y'all benefiting. Most people's minds are in that type of opportunist type mindset where it's always kind of back in their mind, what can the benefits be before I really decide to do this? So when you're dealing with any threats to your freedom right now, or to be able to let go, if you're having trouble letting go, the final grand finale of letting go of anything right now, you have to be like, what is the benefits for me too? We always say what it won't, what it won't do to me no more. We try to use that as a way of deciding whether to let something go. But what is the benefits? Because if we're really in complaining energy about something and really not happy about something, there's probably no real benefits, and we just think there are. We're giving somebody more power than they actually have. So, what about saying what is the benefits of not letting? I mean, of letting go. We say, what's the benefits of not letting go? If I don't let go of this person, what about the benefits of letting go? If I let go, I have this other thing that I've been neglecting that I really am naturally good at and that I feel safe doing. I could do that. That's a benefit. If another benefit, if I let go, then I might eat healthier and then I might look better faster. That's a benefit of letting go. If I let go, I see a benefit that I probably will have more money on me because everything seems to cost money. Like for real, when you do YouTube, it will cost you some money. Money you could have made at a different job. Y'all, I was about to sneeze, y'all. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Money you could have made at a different job, you're not making while you're doing your YouTube channel from scratch. So everything costs you money. So when you let go of something, you're actually saving money. So I think I'm going to do me a list of what's the benefits of what I have already let go. Some of y'all say, well, I let something go. Maybe you think you let something go, but physically you still haven't let it go. Or energetically you haven't let it go. So you're not actually done letting it go. Until you energetically have let it go, you have not let that thing or person go. Just because you did no contact don't mean you let it go. So I want to do a list today of every part of my life in which I let something go and the benefits I got. And also, is there something I need to let go? What in my life I need to let go and the benefits I will get? Do you know that sometimes letting go is not always a person? I hear so many people on YouTube say, I let go of my ex, I let go of my boo, I let go. Sometimes it's just where you work or where you live. Like for real. Sometimes some of y'all gotta let go of a neighborhood. Like I'm gonna let go of this one. When everything is the way it needs to be, where I could just let go without stress while I'm dealing with a health manifestation that I manifest. When I get this and I can just let go of this neighborhood, I'm out. You know, sometimes you can't let go because you're letting something else go, and it just would be too taxing on your health at the time. So I'm doing multiple let goes here. What about prioritizing that through your day? What is three things I can let go of today? There's always something to let go. And sometimes it's your behavior, activities online, what you're doing with your technology. Letting go can literally be of anything and any action and any mindset and any behavior or character trait. That's what it means about introspection. It's something I need to let go. Need to let go. That's what introspection is first for. Realization and letting go. Realization and deletion. Like I try not to do introspection meditation to be a receiver. I try not to do that. Like some people later for a long time thinking about what they need, thinking about a subject that get down low. I don't do that. I think about what I need to let go because I realize that whatever I'm supposed to have can come through then. So I don't need to go tapping on the metaphysical space. Y'all know how I feel about the matrix way of meditating. You know, chanting, holding hands, tuning in and all that. Y'all know how I feel about that. Like, I recently realized that when you go beyond When you get past 7 seconds of sitting still in meditation, you might be at the risk of invading on someone else's frequency. Your brain is always searching through its file drawer when you're talking and thinking or trying to think of something. So when you sit there more than 7 seconds, you run the risk of your brain going somewhere to get someone else's energy in the cosmic metaphysical world. See what I'm saying? It really should take, I'll say, 7 or 17 seconds for most people. If you meditate with a purpose to be full service to the world. So 17 seconds is really all that's needed. This is why I don't do I don't do monks, because I find that they're spending hours and hours and hours in meditation. That sounds like dark witchcraft to me. Okay, it sounds like endless hunting in the metaphysical world. Doesn't matter about whatever boundary someone has up mentally. You're just going to try to get through because you're meditating for endless hours. So, if you're chosen, first of all, if you're chosen to get something that will get you free, you will not have to sit there for long periods of time trying to meditate. If you were trained in it metaphysically, it should come kind of quick. At least a micro view of it should come pretty quick. When I sit down to write a poem, it takes maybe about 17 seconds for me to absorb the a place that my mind has traveled to, and then I start to manifest creation. But if someone's struggling with that, if someone can't do it within 20 seconds, get a micro piece or at least one part of a manifestation, then obviously they're energetically blocked. I should be able to read 17. I should be able to read no more than 20 seconds. I'll just give it that for time for opening the book. 20 seconds of an area and deep, like letting it be all that I think about. Okay, and then sit in that for maybe, I don't know, as sitting in it, stirring my pot for about at least 20 seconds. And then something should come to me. My mind will wander. The mind normally starts to wander within a couple seconds. You know, we're living in a world now where mind wandering is bad. They say stillness when you're mind. No mind wandering. No. You know, get your mind to at rest. And I'm thinking, no, we're supposed to rest so the spirit could wander. That's what, when we die, it's the ultimate wander. It's the ultimate wander because the body is going to stay rested. Okay, so the spirit could wander forever. I'm not trying to encourage anybody to unalive themselves. Do not unalive yourself. Don't do it. But death is actually a major benefit. Okay, it's a major benefit. It's a privilege. I know people don't see death as a privilege too, but it actually is, because your consciousness cannot be destroyed. It cannot be. It's energy. Okay, it has internal life. I know that when this body go, I still want to have a consciousness. Okay, so you're determining what kind of consciousness you have and how it will wander when you die by how you are resting alive. So your rest determines the benefits and the power of the wandering. So this is why you can never cheat yourself of rest. And every time you compromise, you're subtracting from your resting. You may not know that. You might have would have rested earlier if you didn't compromise yourself. See, we have actually, when you rest, when you learn how to rest real good, you will end up resting like you're near death. And that's where you got to be, even with your eyeballs wide open, to be able to wander like the angels wander and not have to be resting for 20 minutes. You need to learn the mastery of being able to rest immediately. And resting immediately, this is what resting immediately is, without ever going into deep dreams. Okay? This information shall not be used without my express permission. Copyright and credited goes to me, Victoria. Resting means letting go of all your emotions. Stop keeping them bottled up. Stop keeping them under hostage. Stop trying to hide them or whatever. Letting go. It means literally letting your stomach fall to the floor. And when you're able to do that and you let yourself go down with it, let your mind follow the heart. Go on down, all the way down. Then to the point where it feels like it can't go down no more. Then you are in the energy of wonderment. You should be able to do that fast if you are a true believer in the Creator. If you got a little bit of doubt, you won't be able to sink through the darkened place to the light. To get to the light, the wandering dimension that will lead you to the blue, abundant dimension. You have to go through the dark. The darkness requires you to prove that you are fearless, so it doesn't hold you back. It cannot have power over you. You have to be willing to sink and go and rest. Let it all rest. Let you feel every little pain in your body that you've been pretending like you don't feel. Let that pass through. I was told that one of my things I'm supposed to help people to let go. I'm learning how to let go, and I'm supposed to teach it. Students are supposed to teach it. So every time I learn of the act of letting go, and I remember what I felt like through and through when I did, I want to remind people of what I did. Okay? What that feeling was like. We have Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, and other coaches always telling you about the feeling and manifesting. But before the feeling and manifesting even comes, the feeling of complete surrender. Like, I accept what I'm going to get, so I'm going to stay at peace. I'm not going to put tension on myself or the metaphysical world. That means that I'm still coming from insecurity. My faith ain't that strong. This is why I'm not into people that use the gym to get ripped, to become bodybuilders, have a bodybuilder's body, yet they're not a bodybuilder. They don't do it for a living. To me, that's trying to use body work as spell work, and it's putting tension on the female energy to notice them. It would be no different than it would be no different than me trying to get here that go all the way out the door. I'm trying to get that as fast. I'm gonna work real hard. I'm putting tension on some sort of attention that I want, rather than having it as a career. So before you even go to start a new project, start something new. Hi, everybody. You need to think about what can you let go of, and have a let go checklist. Like, I think that everybody need to wake up, get a vision board like I got over there, and just do let goes. Like, serious. Do let go list. Have that be the first list you check off Before you even, when you having your cup of coffee, just let go. Like, what am I letting go? That's what my cup of coffee is for. Why this coffee is giving me strength to let go of something. Let go of all dependencies. I'm canceling my gym membership because I don't want to be a bodybuilder. And anything I could do in the gym, I can actually do at a playground. I can do push-ups. I can get in shape and all of that at a playground. I don't want to have a growth that I'm going to purposely compete, because that's what the gym is about, competing now. That's why people wear what they wear. So I don't see the point of going to the gym. I can manifest my dreams without ever going to the gym, because my dreams are them kind of dreams that don't need me to be ripped. So letting go of things that are not in alignment with what you're doing. Asking yourself, are you about to start another part of your shadow career? Like Stephen Pressfield say? Are you still going to be putting more of your energy into a new version of your shadow career? You know, like my shadow career is talking about the life I had. It was wonderful, but never about the life I'm having right now that I'm making wonderful. Never about that. I hear a lot of people do videos and they often talk about the way things were and how things used to be and how their situation was better. But it's like I don't see too many videos going up where people are saying, well, this is what I'm doing to have that life again. Or this is what I'm doing to have a better life for me. Like people are like, the negative is just what's important. Releasing the negative is important. Releasing the negative, using it as a lesson. That is it. But even still, are you still in your shadow career? If you're teaching lessons just on YouTube, and you know that your main career is to teach lessons and books, then you're still in a shadowy version of your career. And you're still kind of compromising. If you know you really want to do something a different way, but you don't do it, you're compromising. And people do that when they take the path that they think is easier and very familiar. Hi, everybody. See y'all later. I gotta go, y'all. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I gotta get ready to go. Bye, everybody.